Hello. Just a few random albums I've pulled out. This is, I really like this. I'm not a big fan of concept albums, but this one I really do like very much. War of the Worlds. It's a great cover, beautiful. Double album. It's got the record flipping out. Get back in there. Naughty. It's Richard Burton's mellifluous voice. Great songs. Richard Burton, Julie Covington, David Essex, Justin Hayward, Phil Lynott, Joe Partridge and Chris Thompson, 1978. I know it's a very well-known album, but this is back in the days when they used to really, do got the booklet in the middle, the lyrics, etc., etc. Number one, it's a great story, H.G. Wells. And there's some really awesome music on this. Look at that, isn't that? That is so beautiful. I love it. I wouldn't call it prog. It's prog-ish. I mean, obviously, most of you would know this, if not own it. But if you've never really heard it, or you're a bit young and you've missed it, highly recommended. Highly recommended. Very, very good. Just a few randoms. I pulled out an absolute pile, but while we're sort of on that, along those lines, this one's 1975. This is definitely hands down my favourite Hawkwind. Warrior on the Edge of Time. Unfortunately, this is an Australian pressing, so it doesn't have the fold out, which is a bit of a shame. Beautiful cover, isn't it? It's just excellent. Absolutely love this album. If you've never been into Hawkwind, this is where you start. I love Hawkwind. I love all their stuff. I got quite a lot of their albums, and they're all good. But this one's very accessible. A bit like War of the Worlds. It has narrative. It's a storyline. I mean, track one, side one, Assault and Battery, part one. Holy cow. The Golden Void, part two. The Wizard Blew His Horn. Opaloka, The Demented Man. Magnu, Standing at the Edge. Spiral Galaxy 28948. Warriors, Dying Seas, and Kings of Speed. Great album. I would say that is Hawkwind's best. That's before they got the new singer, and the album after this is great, but it had a different singer. I've shown this before, but I'm going to do it again. This is a rare Danish first press. This is a German press. Culpeper's Orchard. This goes for a fortune on eBay and Discogs. This is an original West German pressing in fantastic condition. It's got two good tracks. It's good. It's okay. It's sort of proggy, folky, heavy, rocky. But there's a couple of really... Gideon's track is really, really good. It's the best song Procol Harum never wrote. And this one is pretty difficult to enjoy, I must admit. It's pretty hard going, but it's a brilliant album. Magma, one of their many albums they made. I think they're still going. I'm not sure. But beautiful cover. Beautiful cover. And, yeah, that's right. They have their own language. It's all sung in a language they made up. This is a French band. Very, very interesting. Side 1, Horts für Dean Stecken West. I'm a Fury Dondai. It's just made up language, bits of German and Latin and stuff, but it's great. Yeah, it's good stuff, Magma. Just a quick one, a quick shout out to I think one of the greatest albums of the early '80s, Dare Human League. What a fantastic record! And the sound of this is just mind blowing. It's very basic electronic. 1981. It's just superb. No bad tracks on this at all. None. It's a very, very, very good album. Still stands up. This is one that you don't see that often. Rodriguez, Sixto Rodriguez, was a big hit in Australia, in spite of what they say in the Sugarman documentary. Or apparently, according to them, he was only people in South Africa knew about him. It's absolute garbage. He was very popular in Australia and New Zealand. He toured out here a lot in the 70s. So this is a beautiful, absolutely stunning. About 2010, I bought this before I left Sydney. A lovingly this is the one that came before the famous Cold Fact, which I no longer have on vinyl, but I do have the reissued CD, which sounds absolutely terrific. But this is a work of love, absolute love for a great, great, great artist. Light in the Attic Records. The wonderful Sixto Rodriguez. Man, this guy's so good. What a great cover. And then, of course, it folds out. Terrific stuff. Inside, it's got a nice little booklet. Drop Out, Drop In, Rodriguez and his music. This is called Coming From Reality, this album. Another great album. A Most Disgusting Song is one of my favourites. It's not quite as hasn't got quite as many catchy songs on it as Cold Fact, but it's equally as good as an album. Beautifully, Light in the Attic. They did a lot of reissues back in the 2000s, early 2000s. I get there's Cold Fact there. See, there, Cold Fact. Yeah, heavyweight vinyl, very heavyweight. This is 180 at least. Yeah, he was very popular in Australia. He had 2 hit singles here in the mid 70s or early 70s, and even they even gave a booklet with all their Light in the Attic with all their releases, and you get a little bonus 45. Can't Get Away and Street Boys. Street Boys great. So that was an exceptional package, and from memory, it wasn't. I bought it in 2010. From memory, it was probably $30 or something. I better put this back together in a minute because this is going to run over time. There's a few more here. I'll just quickly show those. Highly recommended. Mark Stewart, The Pop Group. As the Veneer of Democracy Starts to Fade. Fantastic album. This one is sort of a bit dodgy. White Noise 3. Too glossy. It doesn't show the cover very well. Re-Entry. It's sort of it's very dated, I would say. It's a synth album, and it's synthy, proggy. It's pretty good. This is an awesome record. Cro-Magnon. This is a reissue, heavyweight vinyl, quad compatible stereo. Cro-Magnon Orgasm. This is one hell of a strange album. late 60s or something. 180 gram. This is a 1998 reissue. It's worth having just for track 1, side 1, Caledonia. It is bizarre. And of course, the wonderful David Holmes, who was very, very big there for a while, 20 years ago or whenever it was. And Let's Get Killed. Great album. Okay, 10 minutes. I better hurry. I just wanted to do it. I've never done one of these where you open a package. So I thought it was my birthday on Saturday, and I thought I'd shout myself a present. And it wasn't due until later in the week, and it unexpectedly arrived today. That was very, very fast. And here it is. Here it is, nicely packed. The Singles Bloke. The Singles Bloke. And this one, for you young people, this was a very, very popular artist with a very popular song from the late 50s. And I'm so happy to have this. Oh my God, it's in beautiful condition. So nice. This is Billy Williams. I showed one of his singles the other day, Nola, and It Hurts So Much. Great singer. He's sort of like he's got one of those Nat King Cole type voices, but not quite as good. But look at the condition. I knew this would be in good nick. I'm going to sit right down and write myself a letter. Million seller worldwide, and it even comes with the original. This is an Australian coral with the coral bag. I knew it would be in this condition, and I'm very pleased. This was only $5. So that will do for today, and stay well.